Caitlin Glass, the voice of Vados from Dragon Ball Super.
This is Paul St.
Super, and you are watching
Brian Awesome. There's a reason we call him Brian Awesome. It's because he's awesome, Brian.
We've got a problem. We're gonna have to snuggle. Ray, will you snuggle with me?
Mics. There's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Check 1, 2. This is your mic.
This is your mic. I feel so inadequate. Ray, you can have your own Max.
Yeah,
Ray,
good.
But big boys will snuggle.
Yeah, I want to see you guys kiss.
No. Ow! Ooh! Pinches.
Oh. Tell them what you guys did outside. Tell them what you guys did outside. Oh, we held hands outside.
Ray was on the ground, and I went to help him up, and he thought about it, but got up on his own, and he was standing, and I just ended up doing. Just holding hands. And I was like, it didn't even help you. This is so awkward. Welcome to our panel. Hello, everyone. For 1 hour, we will fulfill all of your fantasies. If your fantasies are just talking to 3 voiceover actors, in which case you should probably get some better fantasies. Max, tell the nice people who's yours. Hi.
Careful.
It does fit. Yeah, it does fit.
Careful. I feel like I'm going to break it.
Well, quit messing with it.
Oh, it swivels.
Oh my God, Ray, who are you?
My name.
Oh no.
It's okay. I got it.
Tell them who you are.
No, I don't want to fix it. No.
Dad's got it.
No, if I can't have it, no one can.
All right, we're good. It's a bit gone bad. When we start spilling blood in bits.
Do you guys remember when we were on stage earlier today and we only had 1 mic between the 3 of us?
I'm gonna revenge on you. Oh no, top 10 anime betrayal.
Don't worry about it.
No, this is very awkward. I like it.
Leave it alone.
No, I've got it. Aha!
You've done it. Eureka.
Don't celebrate too early, kids. Ray, tell them who you are!
Do we need help is the question.
No!
Yes. Yes. Lots of help.
I've got it!
You sure, Robbie?
Yes!
Are you
tired?
sure? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Hey, good wait.
Are you not entertained?
Thanks for coming to our panel, you guys. You've been great.
For the love of God, tell them who you
Robbie,
are.
where did it pinch?
What?
Where did it pinch?
Right here.
Did it hurt?
I'm Ray Chase. I am doomed to hang out with these guys a lot because I play roles such as Noctis in Final Fantasy 15, Roy and Alphonse from Fire Emblem, Masters from Kingdom Hearts, and Bruno Bertrati from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And most importantly, I'm in Robbie Daymond's vlogs on YouTube, and they're really good. Watch them on.
Now you all are too. Hello.
Yay!
Good looking bunch.
And we're here for the first time. I've never been to Virginia before. I'm excited.
Welcome.
So far we've done 3 things. We've slept in our hotel rooms. We went to Mission Barbecue. Was that a good one? We do good? That's what we thought. It looked good. And we went and did an escape room, which is very good.
Oh, yeah,
And we crushed it. That was escape room was for babies. They said it was their hardest, and we finished in like half an hour. Hi guys, my name is Robbie. I am in Final Fantasy with Ray. I play Prompto to his Noctis. Together we are Promptus. I play with Max, who's the best boy Ryuji. I play second best boy Akechi. I'm also, my very first JRPG was Tales of Zestiria. I played Ray. I am Spider-Man in the Marvel Animated Universe. I play Tuxedo Mask was my very first anime. And a whole bunch of other stuff. You went on IMDb, you'd see about 200 some shows in which I put. Okay. And now I'm right here to see you. Hi guys. Man-child, Max Mittelman.
I had a boo-boo earlier, and now I have a Band-Aid. Who is this? Is this a Marvel character?
Yeah, that looks like Black Widow, I believe.
Hi guys. I still hate this microphone.
Just leave it.
Sorry, okay. So, what were we saying?
We were introducing ourselves.
Oh, I'm Max Mittelman, and I am the voice of Saitama, the One Punch Man. Flag from Miraculous Ladybug. I should always save that for the end because the pitches go higher when I say that one.
Ride the disappointment train.
Oh, okay. So
Just get worse.
What do you think your lowest pitch character is?
Hikari from A Lull in the Sea. Great. Okay, now I gotta go one notch lower. I got it.
Bobo from Airbound.
Bobo from Airbound. Ryuji from Persona 5. A bunch of others. King from Seven Deadly Sins.
Let's play a game. Raise your hand if you're in Seven Deadly Sins. Very funny. Raise your hand if you're in Fire Emblem. Yeah. Raise your hand if you're in Star Ocean. Dang it. I'm so bad at this game. Raise your hand if you're in Gundam, Iron Blooded Orphans. Raise your hand if you're in... What else?
There's so many. We have a little PDF.
Yeah,
Yeah, Final Fantasy.
We call it the lava.
Persona.
We call it the lava flow chart.
Your Line April.
Yeah. A silent voice?
Oh wait, yeah. Wait. No, I want to eat your pancreas. I play a bully.
Oh, were you in I Want to Eat Your Pancreas?
Yeah.
Okay. No. It's getting sad. Guys, we discovered about 4 years ago that the three of us like each other as friends, only as friends. Only as friends. And
Solid gold.
and we wanted to it's good. We wanted to do something a little bit different in the con scene. We wanted to these are my children. We wanted to update the old Q&A games, so we decided to form. We're all theater nerds, so we wanted to form a little group and bring our live show across the world. So we have a live show called Loud, Annoying, and Very Annoying. You get to guess which one of us is what. We stream video games. We do like a 90-minute, 2-hour show curtailed just for all of our nerd friends who are nerds just like us. And now we have 2 shows that we do. We do a casual panel one, and then we do a big stage show. And we'll do one tomorrow and one today. But this is just a legitimate Q&A. Let us...
When you say legitimate,
You know how you had that baby out of wedlock in 1996?
Yes.
That's an illegitimate child.
yes.
This is a legitimate panel.
Oh.
By the way, I think Max was like 8 in 1996. No, that's why I picked that year. 6. So...
How many guys? I see a lot of familiar faces. How many guys were here at an earlier panel who have seen us before? Raise your hand.
We're Virginia for the first thing. Nobody knows this. This is
but
so
I've seen
great.
a couple people.
No, forget them. We don't need them. I'm kidding. It's nice to see you again. Hello, I recognize you. We saw you at Katsu.
And Anime Expo.
And Anime Expo.
And there's Nekocon, and Nekocon.
We're in a brand new state, so we got a lot of brand new faces. You guys, we got to make a good first impression.
Dang it.
I got an idea. We are doing a traditional Q&A, so we will open up the floor in just a second. Let's cover the 3 basics first, though, so you don't have to ask them.
Robbie, what's your favorite character?
Oh, man.
That you voiced?
The favorite character I've probably ever did voice is, it's hard to pick because they're all like my children.
Same.
Great. I'm gonna pick Prompto because he's the most like me and I'm my favorite person.
So that was your favorite person.
Yeah, close.
You're gonna break the microphone, Robbie.
I know.
And have to fix it again.
I really like Noctis because I got to play a character from start to finish, tell a whole story in one game. I love that about him. He has quite a story to tell, and he makes me cry.
How did you put this on my water?
By the way, now I'm using it. I'm using the microphone correctly now?
Yes.
So I'm the only professional.
Oh,
on
it's
this
a
panel.
cardio.
Yeah, it's a cardioid. They
Yeah.
don't know. They got this set up as if it were omnidirectional instead of a unidirectional.
Nerd. What? Oh yeah. What's the next question, Robbie?
Favorite characters? It's your turn to answer them.
Oh, well, they're like my children. How can I pick? I like Ryuji because he's closest to me and I'm the best. Is that what you said? Yeah.
Hey, Max Mittelman. How did you get into voiceover?
Well, everybody's journey is different.
Yes.
My journey started when I was 7 weeks old. And I watched Looney Tunes for the first time.
7 weeks?
7 weeks. I remember it very clearly. It was the episode where Mickey does this thing. And Pluto goes, bark, bark.
Tell the real story now.
So I was a pre-med in college for 4 years, and wow, wow, and I hated it, and I was failing all my classes, and I was about to drop out of college, and I said to my mom, I called her, and I was in tears, and I was like, I can't do this anymore, I'm gonna drop out. She was like, just change your major, dummy. So I changed my major to theater, got my acting degree, and at the same time, while I was in college, I got a voiceover agent, started auditioning for stuff, and started booking stuff, and by the time I was out of college, I was already I would consider myself a voice actor, a working voice actor, by the time I got out of college, so.
Oh, thank you. I went to theater school with Max, but we didn't know each other then at the time at all. We never met or crossed paths.
We had 1 year lap
Between
overlap.
us, yeah.
Yeah.
I both went to USC, and I graduated and was a SAT tutor and bartender and all that sort of stuff, and I started doing stuff online on Voice.
Actually, we only had 4 months overlap. We had a semester overlap, because I came in late.
Came in late.
So you graduated in
09.
09. Dude, we were there for like 4.5 months together.
I wonder if we crossed paths. Like, if literally, I was standing.
I took one acting class in the theater school.
Yeah,
so if
but I
you
mean,
were-
literally,
Like in the build, like cross paths.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
we could have.
That would have been amazing.
Wow.
I want to see the footage.
Can Ray finish his story?
Robbie, you're just jealous that you weren't an acting major with us.
Yeah.
I never went to college. Go ahead.
Nah, that's not true. I did audiobooks. I fell into audiobooks. I lied about having a studio when I didn't, and I recorded in my closet, and ended up doing 200 of them in a 3-year period, and I was very sad because I was alone. And then I met Max at a workshop, and he said, "Dude, you should do video games and stuff." And I said, "Yeah, I would love to do that." And
How did I say that?
You were like,
Yeah, I'd love to do that.
That was me.
Oh, you said that.
He said that.
Yeah.
You did a fairly accurate.
Max Mittelman. It's Max Mittelman, voice of Ryuji.
Yeah, Hey, Max Mittelman.
And then I auditioned 3,000 times, and I booked one of them. How did you do it? It's pretty much the same.
I was a theater kid, even though I did normal kid stuff, like played outside. And I got my equity card at the St. Louis Muni when I was 10 years old. And then I did all the normal stuff in high school and college. And I started doing summer stock when I was like 14. And it was always theater for me, theater. And then I went to college for my BFA, and transferred schools because I didn't like where I was at. And then American Theater died. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not really kidding. I always like to keep my ear to the ground, and about 70% of the regional theaters in the United States closed their doors over the course of about half a decade. So I was like, uh-oh, this is going to be hard to make a living. So I was like, better go do something reasonable. So I went and got my master's degree in theater, just in case I failed and I could teach at the college level, because I was a pretty good teacher. What are you doing? Nothing. Okay, cool. And it's just my life story. It's okay. It's not important. And then you're gonna underscore me, you jerk.
Yeah.
All right, pick something emotional.
I got it. Wait, I just gotta see if the sound works.
Okay.
Hang
It's
on.
not going to.
1 second.
It's not going to.
Trending.
You're gonna make something cool.
There's no reception.
Boo! I moved to Los Angeles. I did various terrible jobs like Ray. I bartended, I catered, I taught theater at the New York Film Academy. I thought that it was economically and morally bankrupting. It was a terrible place to be. And then I started catering. Every Friday, Saturday night, I'd roll up into a different spot, take out the trash, make a few cocktails, and Biggie, that's how I was making it by day to day. I'd do a commercial here, an indie film there, maybe a guest star on TV or two, but the next thing you know, I was out of work again. But that's okay, baby. I took my time, I cruised on through the world, and then I found voiceover. It was all the things I loved, anime, video games, cartoons, and I made the best of it. I made a demo, I got a bad agent, I got a good agent, I got a better agent, I got the best agent, and here I am today in 2019, killing it in Virginia with y'all!
It's crazy that happens every time. It's crazy.
Why did we stop doing Q&As again? Very last one. Man, that sounds cool, you guys. How do I do it?
Okay, yeah.
Take it away, Max Mittelman. Oh. Here's the real talk. I'll pick it up. Voice acting, right? If you have an interest in this stuff, you can ask some more specific questions when we open up to the floor. But I'll say my little piece of advice, acting first. You should take an acting class and get some fundamentals, and that is, consider that your fitness, and then you can apply that fitness to whatever form of sport you would like to do. Sports crowd, right? That's exactly what this is the worst analogy I've ever made. It's your fundamentals that you would need to take wherever you want to go. So I would say acting first, and then you can specialize it to whatever you want to do. And if that's voice acting, that's totally awesome. And then it's just a grind. You audition more, you get better, you cut your teeth on kind of so-so projects, you do projects with your friends, you do indie films with your friends, you do things that are fun, that ignite the passion that you have for acting if you have it, and you see if you enjoy it enough to realize that you have to work really hard at it to make a living. And and that's how you get into voice acting.
Welcome to the Lava Morning Show. Thanks, you guys, for coming. Yeah, get used to failure. I mean, I'm saying, Failure City, population, Robbie, you fail all. We audition all the time, and we book, and we don't book all the things we audition for. It's very frustrating, just like that. But there's lots of stuff also, because if you guys are locals here, you can still make a living as a voice actor doing a lot of local projects. There's tons of commercial work out here. I'm from Las Vegas. I did a ton of work in Las Vegas for the local market. And there's a lot online. Sites like voice123.com and castingcall.club.
Uh-oh, casting call. Sounds like casting couch.
No.
Wouldn't want to.
Hey.
Yeah?
I've never had a casting couch experience. I feel so offended by it.
Yeah, and those are our top 3 questions. Do you guys have questions for us?
Yeah. Oh, you do have some. We have exactly 30. We have exact. When did this start? We have exactly 43 minutes to answer them. You have 43 minutes of unbridled us time. Let's do it, baby. We'll call on you. Max?
Bond.
All right, very important question between all of your characters from Persona 5. Who would win in an all-out brawl? Ryuji, Akechi, or the subway announcer?
Subway announcer.
Subway announcer has a dream.
Do you know how many... Subway announcer is actually Saitama. That's his day job.
It's the most popular character in
He
Persona.
can kill all his enemies in one punch as long as they're standing on a train track. It's his fatal flaw. If you stand slightly to the left. My weakness!
Yeah, right there.
It's actually for Robbie.
Okay.
What was your reaction when you got the call that you were going to be the new Tuxedo Mask? But also, did you feel that you had pretty much had big shoes to fill for everybody that grew up in the 90s?
I'm a size 12, so I ain't worried about it. Let me see. That was a great phone call. I'm sorry, I just gotta go back on. It was,
That one was mine.
okay. That was a unique experience because that was
I don't know, Jobs. We're not allowed to touch the microphones. Yeah, here?
just 42 minutes of ASMR. It was a great experience. I got the phone call. And I immediately got the tingles. I got the phone call. I was very excited because I had asked for it. I knew I'd been working with that. I've been doing cartoons.
Remember, if you want a job, all you have to do is ask for it.
Well, no, I didn't say please give me Tuxedo Mask, and someone said sure. But I had been doing cartoons and what is going on? That ring. Yeah, I'm gonna. Nah, it's all over. I've been doing that stuff for a while, and I was like, man, I want to do anime. So I put in a phone call to the owner of Studiopolis at the time. I said, hey, Jamie, do you have any anime coming down the pipe? I'd like to read for it. And I knew they did a Naruto and all of that stuff. And he's like, yeah. And then like 6 weeks later, he sent me the sides to read for Tuxedo Mask. And I read for Tuxedo Mask, Jadeite, and Motoki. And but I gave a little extra time to Tuxedo Mask because I knew that's what I wanted. But I didn't even know what the project was. I didn't know if it was a reboot. I did not think it was a redub at all, and didn't know anything about it. And then I just sent in 2 reads, and they cast me out for those 2 reads. No callbacks. I think a lot of the girls had callbacks. I guess they sent it to Japan, and the creator was like, yeah, he's the one. So then I went in my first day, and I saw some 90s looking anime on the screen, and I went, what? And they're like, yeah, we're redubbing this, and then in 6 months we'll start the reboot as well. You're gonna do the voice for both. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So what a gift, because I was given such a gift in the convention world and the anime world, because not only was I doing a new show, I was doing a classic show that never got fully released, and 40 episodes never saw the light of day, and I was going to get to do all 200, all 3 movies, and a brand new rebooted series. And so I got to be the new kid on the block, but also have 25 years of nostalgia. So I recognize that every day, what a gift that was. So I was beyond excited. Yeah. Look, you guys, that's how you do a real answer.
I want to see if we can hear a note and then guess which note it is.
That is a Max Mittelman minor. Let's answer another question. Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
Let's move along.
Let's go
wow.
way on the left.
This one's for Max. I know it's uncredited, but did you do Claude Wallace in Fairy Chronicles 4?
Oh,
That's uncredited?
Apparently it's uncredited.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You did the end credits in the game.
Yes, I am Claude Wallace in... What's the game? Okay. Valkyria Chronicles 4, yeah, that's me.
So how does it feel to take part as a commanding officer in a military-style video game? How did it feel?
It's great, but he's not the kind of like what was that movie with the classic? That's the officer that it's the archetype.
Saving Private Ryan.
Full Metal Jacket. That's right.
Charlie Ermey.
Yeah. R.I.P. Yeah, but he wasn't like that guy. It wasn't like but instead he was much more calm and collected and thought through his actions, and It was really cool. It was really cool. Yeah. What else can I say about Claude Wallace? It was dope. It was dope.
Claude Wallace.
It's dope. Max Mittelman. You can put that on my headstone.
By the time
I
you
don't
die,
think your name would be on your headstone.
Just Claude Wallace. Uncredited. Uncredited. Uncredited tombstone.
brackets.
Wait, here, listen. Sing a no.
I'll sing one?
No, not you. Now they're not singing.
All right. Well, who else have we got?
You want to pick one? I've been picking
I'll pick one.
Right,
Okay.
right there. 2 phones.
Two phones, Mr. Two Phones.
We call him Jimmy Two Phones. Hey! Oh no, that's phones in a pack of Junior Mints. What you got? Nobody knows.
What do you got, Two Phones, Jimmy Two Phones?
Hockey. Should have known that the Japanese. It's the modern version of Junior Mints. The Japanese Junior Mints. Everybody's favorite. Yeah, bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom. I feel a little left out that you guys are like, hey, we're the Mario Brothers, and I'm like, and I'm the triplet, yeah. I'm the triplet that nobody remembers.
Oh yeah, you're Luigi.
Sorry, what is your question?
So I can't really think of a quick question. Mr. Robbie, can you scream Loki at me?
Just because you said the sentence, Mr. Robbie, can you scream Loki at me? I will be your wind-up monkey for you. Persona. Loki! I usually don't do that. I hope you got that on one of your 2 phones.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was a high G. It was a G.
Loki!
Oh, wait, you can't even hear it on the. You can't. Here we go. Here.
Ray, Max, pick somebody.
That's what your note was.
Sweet, pick somebody.
Yes.
Okay, how long did it take for you guys to finish off the for real cake?
The for real cake?
For real cake.
Oh, from the stream?
Yeah.
So we do a stream on Twitch called twitch.tv/loudannoying. And we were streaming through Persona 5 because we never played it, and so we were playing it for the first time. And for Ryuji's birthday, we were playing it on Ryuji's birthday, we bought a for real cake. It was horrible. Basically a cake that said for real, and every time Ryuji said for real in the game, I made them eat the cake. So how long did it take? By the time we were done, you finished.
It was a 2-hour stream. Ray and I probably ate
a fifth.
I would say a quarter of that cake.
No.
A quarter of that cake.
And we were done.
We were done. So it took 2 hours to eat it, about 20 minutes to poop it out. That was a lot of chocolate.
You're welcome.
Who's next? Oh my God. All right.
These are great questions, by the way.
Yeah.
You're knocking it out of the park. Organization 13.
Yeah, this is for you, Ray.
Oh, great.
Out of all of your voice acting work in Fire Emblem Heroes for like normal units, seasonal units, legendary units, whatever units, what would you say is like the most fun?
So for Fire Emblem Heroes, we go in a lot. We're all in that one, right?
Yeah.
We're all in Fire Emblem Heroes.
If you want to do it, you can go ahead.
Fire Emblem Heroes. The loudest introduction to any video game. Then you forget that your sound is turned on your phone. I love going in and doing stuff because you never know what they're going to come up with next, and usually the heroes are completely embarrassed at the costumes that they're going to wear. So those are my favorites, like Spring Alphonse for sure.
Is that the one with the spoon?
Yes, he has a giant spoon full of 5 and a big old cod piece. I love doing ones like that, and maybe upcoming ones too. I don't know.
Ooh!
This is our version of Mic Drop.
Whoa!
Speaking of mic drop, they just turned on the subwoofer.
I'm gonna say I'm so glad we've got a full whole 2 inches of foam separating us from whatever is going on.
What if we sing? What if we try to? I'm gonna sing with them.
I know we got a whole weekend though.
I'm gonna sing with them.
All right, go for it. Right there.
So, Ray Chase and Max Mittelman, you both
Correct.
What was your experience working on that since it's come up a bunch of comics?
Our experience was that we are still working on
We're
it.
still working on Osomatsu-san.
I understand it was announced 2 years ago.
We do one episode per year. It will come out in 52 years.
We are having great fun. we are
Okay, to be fair, that was my fault. I asked if we could close.
Right, but the dragging, it was just very funny.
That whole moment was our entire comic aesthetic. That's all. Just someone just haphazardly dragging a chair across.
Two panels going on. One is us answering questions. The other is us trying to destroy this panel.
no, there's 3 panels.
Yeah. That would have going on over there.
We're having a blast recording it.
It is
Who asked
super
that
fun.
question?
There's a bunch of like when they all talk over each other. There's a ton of loops where they're just all talking at the same time, and they kind of just let us do whatever for those, like as long as it's within what's going on in the realm of the show. And I think they're just going to take all of the stuff that we did, and whoever said the most bonkers, crazy thing gets the loudest of those loops. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be great whenever it does come out.
Whenever it does come. Honestly, we don't know. We don't know when.
I'm the oldest of this group, and at first I was disappointed that I didn't get cast in Osomatsu, and then I realized I would just be dead by the time it came out. So that's how I console myself. Another question. Who have we got here? Wow. Let's do. In there in the kimono. Yes.
This is a question for all 3 of you. What character do you think is the hardest for you to voice for?
Hardest kind of character to voice for.
In what sense? I guess there are many senses.
There's lots of different things, because there's like voice matches are always difficult if you have to do. Now I'm losing my.
No, don't. No, it's hanging by the. I got it. Go. You guys answer these questions. I got it.
Hey, you can share mine.
I got no.
It's also really hard to do big screamy guys, especially for long periods of time.
I'm gonna stand for the rest of the panel. How are we doing?
What are the hardest voices?
I think emotionally, Kosei was tough, but vocally, who's difficult to voice? Well, in Star Wars, I voiced a character called the Quarren, and he was a tentacle guy. He was a tentacle monster. And he spoke in a completely different language, and he was just like screaming all his lines. And there's a video compilation on YouTube that's like 25 minutes long of me just screaming in a different language. And that was tough.
I played in the most recent video game. I played Kenshiro from Fist of the North Star, and I think that was the hardest because it's one of the deepest voices I've ever done. It's way deep, but all the battle stuff. I don't know if you're familiar with the series, but it's like it's a horrible. But they're all a combination of that and the deep voice stuff. So he goes like, and then he goes. And it's so clearly in Japanese a library of sounds, where like they did 15 minutes of recording and did a big library of it, and then their editors pieced them all together. Not for me, even though I suggested it several times. So every single attack, every cutscene, every heat, every special attack, every cutaway in that game is a clean take of me doing it solo. So we would do, over the course of like 2 months, we would do like 3.5 hours of just dialogue and regular stuff like that, and then we'd do 30 minutes of just throat ripping horror. Yeah, I bled for that one. I bled for you guys for that one. That was the hardest vocally for me. Performance-wise, not really. It's not exactly an emotional tornado, that guy. But yeah, vocally, that was the hardest one I ever did. Yeah. Did you say yours?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Right in front here.
I'm just wondering, if each of you had to pick a different character from the 7 Deadly Sins to play, who would it be and why?
A different character from the show.
From 7 Deadly Sins.
Disregarding that we'd be recasting one of our friends.
Yeah.
Good, we don't like any of them anyway.
I'd be Deanne. And I think you can guess why.
Not really, why?
Because she's a lady.
I want to be Escanor because of that mustache. It's so cool.
Ooh, I want to be Hawk because I'm like.
You want him?
Yeah.
The more props we have, the better.
Who's next?
Let's go in the back. The back. Yes. Oh,
I prefer waffles.
It's coming out again.
Right there, maroon.
5.
So, it's of the 2 of you that are in Hunter x Hunter.
They're all in Hunter x Hunter!
Ask your
I
question.
played 3 characters, and each of them, and they're all as important as their main characters.
Subway announcer 1. Subway announcer 2.
They all have names.
Subway announcer 3. Jimmy.
Hanzo,
Squalo.
and
Character. Yes, what is your question?
Everybody's favorite.
Did we ever encounter each other while recording? We encounter each other all the time while recording.
Well, Max and I had one of the most depressing conversations a few weeks ago. We were like, hey, do you think you've traveled with me more than anyone else in your life? And we both looked at each other, we were like, yeah. Not our wives, she's Megan's both of our wives.
Yeah.
Not our significant others, not our family.
Yeah. I traveled a lot as a kid, and I've traveled a lot more with Robbie.
Yeah. We record anime by our lonesomes, all by our selfie selves, because we have to be focused on the timing and the picture. We did an experiment for Final Fantasy where we tried to dub a cutscene, all 4 guys, and it was like imagine a choo-choo train, right? Okay. But the choo-choo train's made of doo-doo, so it's a doo-doo choo-choo. And that doo-doo choo-choo is barreling down the track at 100 kilometers an hour.
It'll make it.
It'll make it. But then the tracks ends and the doo-doo just flies off like the end of Back to the Future 3. And it's a flaming doo-doo poo-poo train. Doo-doo poo-poo choo-choo. And that's what it was like.
Hey, what if that were a movie and they made a sequel?
I would
Doo-doo poo-poo choo-choo too.
I watch it. So yeah, the only time we encounter each other is usually at cons, maybe on our lunch break, and in our nightmares.
Doing anime, but we recorded together a bunch. We did Spider-Man together, and that one was a cast record, so we would all go in together and record the show.
We went on Rescue Bots together, but we never were in the same session.
Yeah, that's right.
Breadwinners we did together.
Breadwinners.
Costume Quest we did together.
Costume Quest.
Yeah, we did together, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, me and Fred Tatasher.
Roger. No, Trevor.
Trevor Duvall.
Yeah.
Well, animation is about it, and some commercials, I suppose.
Western animation, yeah.
Yeah.
Green wig over here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm very small.
Hi.
Hi, we can see you.
This is for Ray and Robbie.
Any other questions?
We just had it.
I think right over there.
We just had a you and me.
Yeah, sure.
Try not to brag or anything. After putting 287 hours into Final Fantasy 15,
You rode all the chocobos all day.
I had a chance to listen to a lot of different conversations, encounters, and everything. And I wanted to know, was there any encounters or conversations that stuck out to you the most?
I'm so glad you asked that. When I was recording for Persona, I was thinking about Final Fantasy. And there was one conversation where
We were so excited. Max is in Final Fantasy 15 as Tread Furia from Kingsglaive, and we were so excited when we was cast because we were like, oh, we can do cons together and be like the Final Fantasy 15 boys. And then
they never said his name in the movie. And so, but they credited Tread Furia, Max Mittelman, but nobody knew who Tread Furia was. Because they didn't say Mr. Furia, they didn't say Tread, they didn't say Tread Furia. So, here I am today. Still broke.
One of my favorite, there's a lot of crazy things that happen in Final Fantasy 15. I love the really mundane ones. There's one where Prompto says, I have a pebble in my shoe, and Nox says, take it out. And that's it. But it happens. Julie and I were walking down, she said, I have a pebble in my shoe, and I said, take it out. Comes up a lot.
I always like they just didn't record enough lines to cover weather change. So whenever you're in a new area, Ray would go, and like, lose the jacket. Lose the jacket. And then what was the cold one?
It's cold.
Put on your jacket. Those always made me laugh. But I think my favorite were anything that had to do with cultural references within this fantasy world that was in no way connected to ours. Like references to like movies and reality television and like random stuff that you might not get. Like, and the first time it happened in the demo. It happened in Duske. And I get kidnapped by the little snake lady in the cave. And I say, snakes, why did it have to be snakes? And we all laughed and laughed like, oh, that's great. And then we all stopped and we went, wait, are we saying that Indiana Jones exists in this universe? And there was a pause on the line from Japan, and we all looked around the room and we all went, yes, fine! And then we set a precedent. From then on out, we would make like vague references to things that are from our world.
They have Cup of Noodles.
Yeah.
They got American Express in that game.
Yeah, Coleman camping gear.
Oh yeah, and the dressmaker.
Vera Wang. No, was it Vera Wang?
Vivian Westwood.
Vivian Westwood. Yeah,
Thank you. Yeah. I knew it was a V something.
The dressmaker. Folgers.
The brush maker.
I want to do.
Let's go right there with the camera.
I said Inuyasha.
Well,
first.
they'll do the camera afterwards.
After that one. Inuyasha first.
So, my question is, if Merriman absorbed like all the royal guard, would he beat Saitama?
Would he what?
Beat Saitama.
Oh, would he beat Saitama? No. No.
And the award for shortest answer of the night goes to Inuyasha.
Saitama was standing on a subway track.
Go on.
Would Noctis beat him?
Noctis?
Would a subway announcer beat Saitama?
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's
wow!
That's the one time.
But if he's standing on a subway track.
Only if he's standing on a subway track. Which you'll never catch Saitama on a subway track.
Yeah.
I hope season 3 he's not standing on a subway track.
All right, behind Inuyasha, yes, with your hand up.
First of all, you guys are so funny. I almost forgot my question twice.
Good!
So what I was going to ask all three of you was there ever a project that you guys wanted to be a part of that didn't get called?
Yes, every project.
Every project. Every single one. Yeah, I would, gosh, early in my career, in like 2010 or so, I was like top, I found out later I was second choice. I was top 5 for Ultimate Spider-Man. So it's me, Drake Bell, and a couple of other on-camera people. And then I was like, I knew I was close. That one hurt. I was like, oh man, I knew I was close for that. And then at Comic-Con 2 years ago, we were doing a panel for Spider-Man, and they told me that. They were like, you were I didn't know that then. I just knew I was like top 5 callback. And then they were like, hey, just so you know, Drake was right for that show, you're right for this show. And that was one of those where I really wanted something, but I guess the moral of the story was that wasn't the right thing, and this one was. So I think that happens a lot. I think you get a lot of opportunities that maybe you think there's something you really want that you don't get, that ends up putting you on the right path. I think life is full of that. Everything from love to work to creativity. We don't always get what we want, but sometimes you can't see the bigger picture. And as you get older, like I'm a little older, it makes you realize that that it doesn't really matter. It's whatever the universe has planned for you, whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's just
I feel like maybe that was directed at me a little bit, or
why's that?
I don't know. You were like, well, from love to whatever, you maybe life to blah blah blah.
Did that touch you deep in your soul, Max?
Yeah.
Play the trombone noise.
Over here on the left.
Okay. This is for you, Ray.
Great.
What was it like being the Klaus Walls to Max's Claude Wallace in Valkyria Chronicles 4?
Wow, that's very great. Yes, I was in Valkyria Chronicles 4.
I played Jimmy Frank in Valkyria Chronicles 4. Everyone's favorite character, Jimmy Frank.
I was Klaus Waltz, and you were Claude Wallace, and
why was I Jimmy Frank?
It was really fun. He like
is that Jimmy Frank a hot dog brand or like a?
That's Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy Dean.
Sausages.
Jimmy Dean. There's another Frank one.
Frank
Further.
How did it feel, Ray?
That's great. I got to fall in love with like a weapon and date her, and that was fun. Yeah, that was great. It was cool. We'll record that at Cup of Tea, one of our favorite places to record, run by two amazing ladies who just really love games. So yeah, it was great. Thanks.
Yep. Boom.
Me? Oh,
Yes.
Yeah. Oh God, I wasn't prepared. Sorry.
Her eyes literally went.
So in Persona 5, objectively, besides your own characters, who are your favorites, and who in the party do you think your character should have ended up with? And yes, I'm including the subway now.
Okay, two questions.
Who?
Excluding your own character, who's your favorite?
Who's my favorite?
And
in
who
Persona
is
5?
your character? Who do you ship with your character?
Who do I ship with my character? I ship Ryuji with Ryuji, obviously. And other than Ryuji, my favorite character is Ryuji, so. Yes.
I ship Subway Announcer with the female Subway Announcer. Yeah, they definitely are naked up there when they're announcing.
Is the female Subway Announcer the female Saitama?
Yes, yeah.
My favorite character is Surly Coffee Curry Dad, because there was at some point in the late 80s when he decided to open that restaurant, and he went, what do I do? What makes people poop? Coffee and curry, put them together. And that's how he started his business. And my favorite ship is the Subway Announcer with Morgana in her van form.
Robbie, you're on fire with the poop jokes today.
Thanks, baby. 2 for 2. Deuces.
All right. Shut up. Glasses, yes. Oh, it's 2 of you. Yes. Yes.
What was your favorite line to record
As
as King?
King? Does he ever say, I love you, Deanne?
A lot.
Yeah.
Great. That's my favorite line.
What's his big call out again?
My favorite line. Chastifoil. My favorite line is actually in his Big King voice. And he goes, it's actually, I hate the line, but I also love the line. And he's like, shocking! It was so dumb. I remember when we recorded, I was like, is that gonna play? And my director, Chris Kaysen, was like, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. And I was like, I don't think people are gonna, don't worry about it, we need to move on.
To be clear, we really like Chris Kaysen.
No, I love Chris.
But that's also a perfect impersonation.
I just do it out of love. Anyway, yes.
Which one would be more devastating, Saitama versus Flag or One Punch Cat Noir?
What would be more devastating, Saitama killing Plague or Saitama killing Cat Noir? That was the question? Oh, Saitama as Cat Noir or Saitama as Plague. Devastating in what sense? Fashion? Say again? In destruction. Well, I think Plague is more volatile. I think he's got like a more of a
I get it.
temper.
Saitama's powers.
In that's in the character. Yeah. So I think Plague would be like, I need cheese.
Just murders just a whole Whole Foods.
Yes.
Covered in blood and camembert.
Because for him, cheese is like truffles.
Yeah.
So like, all right.
How are we doing, guys?
Are we doing
Woo,
good?
we got 11 minutes worth of questions.
All right, speed round. Let's start
11
here.
minutes.
Speed round.
Okay.
Yes.
Have you guys ever watched something that you're genuinely a fan of and you thought one of the characters was badly cast?
Ooh. That's me. A lot of that.
You can respect the actor, but just go, they should not have been.
I mean, it happens in film and television all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, but it's also not always like they're necessarily a bad actor or actress. Sometimes they're just miscast.
Yeah.
I think we've all been miscast at some point or another.
Or they hire someone for their celebrity status versus their acting abilities.
Yeah. Gosh, there's even some. This is not going to go over well. I'm going to say it anyway. Sometimes I go in it. Oh yeah, that's right. But I'm just going to even the playing field. Sometimes I'll go in and dub something, and the original Japanese voice, I will go, ooh, that is formulaic cookie cutter garbage. And they can be bad just like we can, and they can be their talent ranges as well. So I think anything that stuck out in particular, nah, not really. But something that you like in general, oh boy. It's hard to dump on other actors because we're sympathetic.
Humble.
Who's universally hated?
Max Mittelman.
You know what? I'm gonna say it. Here it is.
Michael Bay.
That's the Cosby Show, man. No, the Cosby Show's great. But yeah, how about Bill Cosby? Really bring it down. Really make it dark. I want to wipe that guy's career from the face of the earth. Because he's a bad person. He was really miscast. Bill Cosby was miscast in the Cosby Show. I'm gonna say it right now. Bill Cosby was miscast in the Cosby Show.
I think just in life.
Should have been someone else.
Life in general, right?
Yes.
Is miscast in life?
Yeah.
Yes, your arm is hurting, yes.
So we talked about Persona 5, but what about Persona 5 Royale? What do you guys look forward to us seeing?
Unfortunately, can't say a darn thing.
I can't because I ain't in it. So Subway announced like 3 new characters, all him, and his persona, it's called Mercury, and it's like Mercury, you're fast, and he goes zoom zoom zoom, and that's how it works.
What if his persona's like late for train? Okay, yes.
I have a question for you, Max.
Yes.
Is it really true that Plague was the reason that the dinosaurs went extinct?
Is it true that Plague was the reason that dinosaurs went extinct? Well, dinosaurs were dairy eaters, as you know. And Plague ate all the dairy. In fact, when the dairy was gone, he ate the cows too. So the dinosaurs had nothing left to eat but themselves. And the dinosaurs ended up cannibalizing themselves. Some of them self-cannibalizing, and then a meteor struck and wiped all of them out. So we could never. Yeah.
We're gonna cover the 3 C's right now. Cosby, cannibalism. What's gonna be next?
Panda Bear.
Yes. Least favorite voice acting job. I love them all. Next.
Come on, you got a bad one somewhere. You get come on, quick commercial.
What? I did a commercial where I was forced to say. I'm not forced to say. I had one line, and my line was, sorry? Wasn't it sorry? I think it was sorry, question mark, sorry, question mark. And there's really only one way to say that. Sorry? You can't say it any other way. Anyway, I was told to say it about 70 times, and that was bad.
Yeah, mine is very similar. One of my first commercials I did an unnamed fast food company commercial, and I was like the burger boy, and I was like, "Hey, sir, you ready for your order?" or something. That one line, just like that. And I was there for like 3 hours, and I did it over and over and over. And it was really earlier in my career, so I was all like self-doubting. I'm like, what did I do wrong? And then I realized it's just some suit who wants to have creative input. And like, I don't know, you sound like, I don't know. I mean, now I know that's what's going on the other end, and I just sit there and I go, okay guys, let me know when you want another take. But back then it was devastating because I thought my career was over and I didn't know how to say 8 words.
I read a math textbook as an audiobook once, and it was about Fibonacci, so series and sums of numbers. So there's an audiobook out there with me just reading numbers.
Cannibalism, Cosby, and calculus, baby! You did it! You did it!
Everyone who has their hand up, leave them up. We'll get to all of you guys.
Oh, speed rounds?
Yeah.
Boom.
So you guys had talked earlier about how you sat down and played Persona all together.
Yes.
How long does it normally take you after you either voiced for like an anime or a movie for you to actually sit down and go back to see what you did voice?
How long does it take us after we voice something to go and play the thing, watch the thing? Sometimes never. Sometimes I just don't have time. I do a lot of voice work, and then I don't have a lot of free time, so I can't actually play all the things I'm in or watch all the things I'm in.
Someday I will die, and my daughter and potentially unborn future children will go through my things, and they'll find my vanity shelf, and they will play all the games that are still wrapped in cellophane that I never touched.
Nobody's gonna ever play those games.
It was all worth it.
Yeah, sometimes takes a while, sometimes instant. So, like, we happened to watch Toonami a couple weeks ago, and that was great, so we could actually watch our show.
Sometimes I play other games before I play my games. That's because sometimes I don't want to play my games.
Blue hair.
I was just wondering if there was any, like, obviously Robbie has tuxedo mask, but if there was any nostalgic property from your childhood that you ever want to be a part of.
Yeah, they know my answer for this. Roy from Fire Emblem. When I was a kid, I played Melee like crazy. And Roy and Dr. Mario were my 2 main characters. And I was in for Alphonse from Fire Emblem Heroes, and they said, we got 5 minutes, why don't you give Roy a shot? And that kind of made me go insane very quickly, and then I said very calmly, sure. And I gave them Roy for Fire Emblem Heroes, and then they brought me back for Smash Bros., and that was a dream come true. It was crazy, yeah.
Final Fantasy 15 is mine. Final Fantasy 10 was the game that made me want to do voiceover ever. Like I put that in my head. So that was my nostalgia game. Yeah.
For me, it was Halo 5. Voicing in Halo 5 because I was a huge Halo 1, 2, 3 fan. So yeah, that.
3 minutes.
Sunflowers.
Which characters over the course of your voice acting career would you say is the most #relatable?
Which characters?
Most #relatable characters.
Voiceover characters?
I feel like, as far as Final Fantasy protagonists, Noctis is pretty damn relatable. A lot more so than a lot of the other crazy ones.
Oh yeah, super relatable. My dad is a king, and all my family were killed, and yeah, super relatable.
But he just wants to play video games and hang out in tents with his friends.
Oh, is that why he's relatable?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
kind of tent, Ray.
Uh-huh.
That was a good answer. I'm gonna take yours, Prince Noctis.
What? You didn't know what's your character?
Prompto is blonde me. I'll pick him.
Who's most hashtag relatable? Ryuji. Ryuji is hashtag relatable.
Organization 13 again.
So out of work, how hard is it for you guys to keep in spoilers for all of these really big titles that you guys have always?
How hard is it to keep in spoilers for stuff?
Well, mostly you have to sign a contract that has a dollar value on it.
Yeah,
and
so
a bunch of lawyers.
It's not that hard. We sign a contract that says if you spoil anything in this game, we will destroy your life.
Yeah.
So
we'll sue you or sue you for X amount of dollars. So pretty easy.
Yeah.
But we break. We have we call them friendies.
Don't tell them.
I've never done that.
I've never broken.
Okay, moving on. Purple shirt. Yes.
For anime, we get to see the scenes because we have to dub it.
Usually they'll preview the scene and then they'll preview.